Let me ask you a question. How would you like to end 2020 on a high after all the craziness that's gone on, after all the deaths that we've seen, after all the fear that we've seen, after all the uncertainty that we've seen on every single social media, TV, and all major news channels? Today, I would like to talk to you about how to end 2020 on a high note. Yes, it's been a really low year for almost everyone because of what's going on, since March. But one of the things today I wanted to share with you is just because 2020 is not been the best year for most people, I want you to say, even though most of the year has been bad, I want to end 2020 on a high note. So ask yourself, how can I separate myself from the rest of the people? See, people are still going on about what's going on. But instead of that, we have that saying. We know that saying, where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So I want you now to start placing your energy into 2021, into your goals and dreams that you'd like to achieve. But only you know. And how does that start? It starts by you making a decision. I want you, when you watch this video today, I want you to make a decision and say, you know what? 2020 has not been a great year. But guess what? I'm going to choose to end 2020 on a high note. I'm going to choose 2020 to end 2020 while feeling happy, while feeling energized, while feeling enthused in all areas of your life. And if it's one area you want to concentrate on, that's even fine. But what I would like you to do is to make that decision first. We all know everything starts with a decision. So let me ask you a question. What decision are you going to make that will make 2020 turn out into not the worst, but the best year? See, I know it's not long towards the end of the year, but you can say, you know what? I'm not going to wait for 2021 to kick in. I'm just going to start planning 2021. So that way, by the time it kicks in, by the time people are setting their goals, you're already into momentum. You're already ahead of the game. So end 2020 on a high note. Start now. Most people are chilling. Most people are relaxing. Most people are drinking so much. Most people are eating so much. This is the time for you to say, you know what? I'm going to separate myself by ending 2020 on a high note. And it starts with you making a decision. Next one is, I want you to say, do you know what? I'm going to end 2020 with smiling. I'm going to end 2020 being happy no matter what's going on around me. I just choose to be happy. So many people have been down. So many people have been depressed. But now I'm just going to stay happy no matter what happens. You've heard me share that story about a podcast I had about a lady who they asked, how have you been able to navigate these hard times? And what she said was so fascinating. She said, do you know when this pandemic started? I knew it was not going to be easy for most people. I knew it was not going to be easy for my kids. I knew it was not going to be easy for my relatives. I knew it was not going to be easy for my friends. But I made a decision for myself that I choose to be happy when I wake up every single day, amidst everything that's going on around me. So I want you to have that choice. We have the power to choose. First, you make the decision. You choose what you're going to concentrate on. So I want you to choose happiness. Smile. In fact, try it now. Give me a smile. Yes, yeah. Because when you're watching this, yes, we're exchanging that energy. So I want you to choose happiness. Say, I'm just going to choose happiness no matter what may be thrown against me. You know, when you make a decision, it's like the mind flips. You say, no matter what happens, I'm going after X, Y, and Z. So I want you to choose happiness. The next one is, I want you to pick one thing and say, I'm going to try this, to do this even more until the end of the year. Can you imagine? Most people wait until the end of the year. What if you start now? What if you started now and said, you know what? I'm going to make my changes starting today. starting today before 2020 ends, so that by the time 2020 ends, guess what? You're in flow, you're in momentum, you've already planned 2021. When most people are planning, can you see how you're going to be ahead of the game? You've had me share my 0.01% edge. I love that. Every day, my goal is to grow by 0.01%. It may be something tiny. It may be someone shouting at me and me not reacting. It may be my kids growing crazy and still trying and getting to keep my sense of calm. So I want you to end 2020 on a high by doing some new things. Because yes, we've had that saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, but expecting a different result. So it's only upon you. It's about you making that decision. If you don't make that decision, you're going to be like 99% of the people. If you don't make that choice to be happy, you're going to depend on the COVID, on the pandemic, on the people that are passing away. That's going to even make you stay in the same position you are. And for me, what I've decided is, yes, 2020 has been hard, but I'm going to use that as a stepping stone to go into 2021 with a kind of energy, intention, velocity, momentum that I've never had before. Because like, you guys know, I was used to doing events, in person. These things are not happening. So now I'm thinking, guys, 21, I gotta up my game. I gotta get good online. I gotta learn how to do these webinars so that 2021 becomes a great year for me. So these are decisions only you can make. See, that was just an example of mine. So let me ask you a question and comment in the comments below. What are you going to do before the end of the year? What are you going to do before the end of the year that will propel you into 2021, into the best version of yourself? So that way you don't have a repeat of 2020. See, most people think 2021 things are going to get back to normal. Oh, no. That's not happening. This pandemic, yes, you've seen the news that the numbers are actually rising, right? So I want you to forget about the numbers and focus on you. But guess what? It starts by you making that decision and starting to work on your inner self. It starts by you setting that intention that this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to end 2020, so that when I step into 2021, I'm a greater version of myself. I'm ahead than most people are. But guess what? That's not going to happen until you start taking some different actions, which is the next point. So you made that decision, you made that choice, you made some new behaviors. I want you to take different actions. Say, I'm going to do this no matter what, no matter how I feel. I'm going to start doing things differently. I'm going to start taking some different actions. I'm going to start looking at different options on how I can better myself. And for me, ending 2020, I've managed to invest in a program. I've managed to invest in a couple of programs which I feel are making me into the best version of myself. See, most people are waiting. No, don't be on one of those that wait. Be the one that starts, so that when friends ask you, have you set your goals in 2021? I'm setting my goals. You're like, no, I set mine 2 weeks ago. See, that means you're ahead of the game. That's what I wanted to share with you. And just to recap, end 2020 on a high by making a decision to change. Next, I want you to choose something that you're going to do no matter what. 3, I want you to choose a behavior you're going to incorporate in your daily life. And 4, I want you to start taking some different actions so that you can end 2020 on a high. That was today's video. And as always, it's been Kam saying, come to my YouTube channel and you'll be inspired. And as always, please do me a favor, comment below, subscribe. And also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, I want you to share it on your social media and say, guys, if you want to end 2020 on a high, check out this video. And if you do, comment below and I'll give you a copy of my book, 3 Lessons Learned from My Dad. That will change your life. That was today's video and I'm out. I love you, my fans. Mwah!